Good evening, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Python video lesson number 14. In previous lesson, that is Python video lesson number 14, we studied about some of the built-in functions available in string object. For example, we studied len, count, find, upper, lower, title, capitalize, swap case, is alpha, is alnum, is digit, join, is upper, is lower. This is what we studied in the previous lesson. In this lesson, we will study some more built-in functions available in string object. First, we will study about replace. So replace should contain two substring. One is ch1, again one is ch2. That means it gives or returns string which is replaced, which contains all occurrence ch1 by ch2, replaced by ch2. For example, just consider success. This is a one string. Replace. Here I like to change all occurrence of s with t. So wherever s is available in this string, this is the calling string. This is the character which is to be replaced. This is the character which you want to replace. So wherever s is available, that s will be replaced by t. Gives or returns tucceett. The output will be like this. Okay. In previous lesson, we studied about string is a immutable. That means the content of the string cannot be changed. That means individual characters available in string cannot be modified. But here we are trying to change individual characters. Wherever s is available, that s should be changed to t. But the resultant, the original string is not changed. The success will not change. In addition to that, it returns the string. It returns another string. Okay. For example, just str1 equal to success. Now str2 equal to str1 dot replace. That means s comma t. The correct meaning of this replace is this one. So str1 contains success. There is no change. That means str1 contains success. So wherever s is available, that will be changed by t. Then the new text, new string will be stored in str2. Now str1 contains success, str2 contains tucceett. Here we are not storing any string. Okay, here we are storing string. If you want to store, you can store it. The original string will not affect. So here str1 is assigned with success. Wherever s is available in str1, that will be replaced by t. The new string will be stored into str2. Old string will not change. That is why it occurs here. Immutable string is here immutable. Individual characters cannot be subject to change. So next we are going to study about very simple partition. From the name itself, we can assign, we can consider partition split the string into more than one parts. Partition split the string into more than one part. Here we got to give one character or one string. divide the calling string into many parts, many items which are stored in tuple. Tuple we will study in the coming lesson. In the very beginning, we studied about tuple is a collections of elements which are enclosed within parentheses. Okay, so partition, one calling string is there. The partition splits or divides the calling string into many items. These items will be stored into tuple. This tuple will be returned. Now we will see example. Same example, we can call it as success dot. So success is a calling string. Otherwise, you can store it as a str1 equal to success. Then you can put str1 dot partition. You can go for. So here partition open bracket. We have to specify e here. One character we get to specify. It gives tuple open bracket succ comma and then ss. Sorry, middle one is a. Sorry, e. E is one character and then ss. Okay, so the partition returns one tuple which contains element which are getting from or partitioned from the calling string. So since e is used, wherever e comes, that will be split out. The left hand side will be one element, right hand side of e will be one element, e itself one more element. So it comes in three elements. This is tuple. One more partition is there, that is called as split. Same thing, we have to put one string here. Split the calling string into element without ch. Here this ch is also one element. Here ch will not come. Okay, so in addition to that, it returns list. List also we'll study in the coming classes. Very beginning we studied about list is the collections of element which are enclosed within square bracket. Now we will see here example. Similarly, success dot split. Here I am mentioning e. It gives as a output. It gives to list which contains square bracket. So first one will be succ. E will not come. That's all. Okay. The difference between partition and the split is it divides the partition and returns into tuple which contains all the items including the character which is used to divide the calling string. Whereas split returns list. It contains element which are divided by ch. The divided character will not be available. See here E is not available, here E is available. This is the split and then partition. Then we are going to study about L strip and R strip. It's very simple. It removes left side blank spaces. From the name itself, we can conclude that L strip. L stands for left, strip stands for removing. Similarly, R strip removes right side blank spaces. We'll see one example here. Here I am having so much blank spaces. After that I am having success. Here also blank spaces. Dots. Then L strip. It gives success. And then after that so many spaces. So we are using only L strip. Okay, the left hand side blank spaces will be removed, but right hand side blank space will not be removed. Similarly, now we are using R strip. Gives left hand side spaces will be there. The left hand side spaces will be there, but right hand side spaces will be removed. So from the name itself, we can conclude L strip as well as R strip. L strip removes left side blank spaces. R strip removes right side blank spaces of the calling string. Now I will write one program which explains this string function. First replace. So wherever S comes, I like to change it as T. It gives TUCCEET. First I will save the program and then I say execute the program. Here one more bracket, this close bracket for this one, but print is not closed yet. Here see TUCCEET. That is the usage of replace. Then we should go for partition. SUCCESS. This is a calling string. Here partition. So we have to specify one character where to we have to partition. So two bracket. You will see the output. See here, whatever we get it within parenthesis, that is it is called as a tuple. So tuple is a collection of elements which are enclosed by parenthesis. Three elements are there. Where E comes, it will be divided. Left hand side of E is one item, right hand side of E is third item, middle item E also available. This is the usage of partition. Third one is split. Same success I am using dot split. There is a minor difference between partition and split. We should be careful here. Here, the output of the split will be one list that contains left side of the splitted character, right side of the splitted character. Then SUCC will be one item, SS will be one more item, E will not be there. You will see here, E is not available. That is the difference, minor difference between partition and a split. One more difference is partition gives tuple, split gives list. List is the collections of element enclosed by square bracket. Next we will see so many blank spaces before the text, after the text, or left hand side of the string, right hand side of the string. Then L string. See here, I'm giving so much of space before the text that is left hand side. The string is removed. Blank spaces are removed. Similarly, instead of L, I change it as a R. So right hand side blank spaces will be removed. Left hand side blank spaces is there. Right hand side blank spaces are removed. Here no spaces there. So these are called as here built-in functions available in string function. Now we studied string data type. So string is a collections of individual character or sequence of characters enclosed within single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. Then we studied individual items of string can be accessed by positive index as well as negative index. Then we studied string operation. Plus stands for concatenate, plus equal to append, star stands for repeat, square bracket, open square bracket, close square bracket are used for slice. Then we studied some of the important built-in string function. So now we will see some of the program which explains string variable. So first we will see either one string is palindrome or not. Either one string is palindrome or not. So already we studied very well palindrome. While studying about number, we studied. For example, this is the palindrome. We know very well. Palindrome. This is not palindrome. While studying control structures under loop, we studied about this concept. Either one number is palindrome or not. We wrote one program also. But now we are having one string. Now we are having one string. We have to find out the given string is palindrome or not. For example, Malayalam is a palindrome. How we conclude Malayalam is a palindrome? Either you go for left hand side or right hand side. Reverse of the string, forward of the string. Both gives same result. M-A-L-A. M-A-L-A. Similarly, Malayalam, here also if you read from right hand side, that also gives Malayalam. Okay, for example, Tamil. Is not palindrome. It's not palindrome. How the reverse of Tamil will be Tamil is L-I-M-A-T. Whereas here reverse is M-A-L-A-Y-A-L-A-M. Okay, here the both string, original string as well as reverse strings are same. Here original string, reverse strings are different. So this Malayalam is palindrome, Tamil is not a palindrome. Okay, sir. Now how we can write one program to find given string is palindrome or not? That is the question. It's very simple. Already we know very well. Individual characters available in string can be accessed by positive integer as well as negative integer. Okay. Now we have to need last character of the original string. becomes a first character of the reversed string. Very simple. So we have to use negative index to get the last string of the original string that will be stored into the first character of the reverse string. Now assume we are having one string str1. str1 contains one string. For example, Malayalam. Now assume one more string we are having, that is str2. Now we don't have any value here. By default it is. Now one more value variable I'm declaring, that is initially with -1. Now we have to start from right hand side, last character. Okay. For we need one loop. For ch in str1. So here str2 plus equal to str1 of I. str1 of I. Then I should become as a -2. See here, that's all very simple. Now, first str1 contains Malayalam, str2 contains nothing. Index is -1. For ch in str1, this in is a membership parameter. That is what we studied. Okay, first we will check ch is assigned with m. Is assigned with m. So here str2 plus equal to str of -1. Okay, so here str1 is, sorry, it should be index, not I. Index. Index is -1. So str of -1 refers to last character, that is m. M will be assigned to str2. Now str2 contains m. Again I becomes -1. Already index is, it should be index, not I. I minus equal to I already contains -1. -1 it becomes -2. Index is assigned with -2. Again ch is assigned with a. Now str1 of -2. This -2 stands for this last but one character, that is a. Again this a becomes a second character for str2. Similarly, third time I becomes, index becomes -3. -3 means it refers to L, that is L character. L will be assigned to the character of the str2. Similarly, one by one from the right hand side will be assigned to the left hand side character one by one str2. At last, all the character will be assigned to ch. Then it comes out of the loop. Now we are having two strings. One is str1, another one is str2. Now we will check it out. str1 double equal to str2. str1 is the original string. str2 is the reverse string. If both contains same value, that is true, it is palindrome. If the condition is false, it is not palindrome. That's all very simple. Now what will happen if I am giving Tamil here? So here, first ch is assigned with a t. str1 of -1, that is L. L will be assigned to str2. So str1 contains Tamil, str2 contains L. Index becomes -2, then str1 of -2. str1 of -2 means it becomes I. I will be assigned to, it will be appended to str2. Already str2 contains L. Now str2 contains Li. Similarly, third time M will be assigned. Then A will be appended. Then T will be appended. Now str1 contains Tamil. str2 contains Limat. That is reverse string. So str1 is not equal to str2. Condition false, we will get not palindrome. It will be not palindrome. Okay. Now we will write one program to explain how we can find out. palindrome or not. So we can get it from user input. Enter any string. Enter any string. So str2 should be assigned with that sum. Open single quotes, close single quote. There is no character in between the characters. So it is assigned with null. Now we should have one for loop ch in str1. This for loop will execute how many characters are available in the string one. If Tamil is a string is assigned with str1, it will execute for 5 times. If Malayalam is assigned to str1, it execute for the number of the characters available in Malayalam. Now str2 plus equal to, here I like to include one more variable, index -1. We need negative index. We have to start from right hand side. str1 of index. Then index should be subtracted by again 1. Next time it becomes -2. So -1. So that's all. Now we will see if str1 equal to str2. str1 is palindrome. Else str2 str1 is not palindrome. Here we can check it up. The reverse string is even string. This is original string. Even string is str1. Again we can print reverse string. Reverse string is stored in str2. I will save the program and then I can run the program. We will see the output. So interesting. Here I am giving Malayalam. See here given string is Malayalam. Reverse string is Malayalam. Malayalam is a palindrome. Okay. Now str1 is assigned with Malayalam. str2 is assigned with blank. There is nothing. Index is assigned with -1. First time ch is assigned with m. str2 plus equal to str1 of -1. So this index refers to -1. str1 of index, it refers to last character, that is this m. This m will be assigned to first character of str2. Then index becomes again -1. Index already -1, -1, it becomes -2. Again ch is assigned with last but one character, that is a. Here str1 of -2. Now it is a. A is appended to str2. str2 already has m, then ma. Similarly, again index becomes -3. So that time. So each and every character from right hand side will be assigned to the left hand side of the str2. Now after that, given string is str1, that is Malayalam. Reverse string is str2, that is also Malayalam. str1 equal to str2, that is Malayalam equal to Malayalam. So str1 is a palindrome. Otherwise, it is not palindrome. Now I will check it out. Some other string. For example, I am giving here Tamil. Look it here. It's not palindrome. It's not palindrome. How? Here given string is Tamil. Assume str1 contains Tamil. str2 contains blank. Index is -1. So L will be assigned to, T will be assigned to ch first. str1 of -1. It refers to L. L will be assigned to str2. Now str1 contains Tamil. str2 contains L. Here itself problem occurs. Okay, each and every character available in right hand side will be appended to the str2. So at last str1 Given string is Tamil. Reverse string is LIMAT. That means reverse of the str1. Str1 is not equal to str2. That is, this condition becomes false. We will get str1. That is, Tamil is not palindrome. You will get one more example. Here I am giving success. You will see it is also not palindrome. Success is not palindrome. This is the one example. Now we will see one more example. I like to display some pattern, star-like pattern. The output should be star-like pattern. First time it should contain 1 star. In second line it contain 2 star. Third line it contain 3 star, 4 star as well as 5 stars. Like this I need. Okay, in first line it should display single star. In second line it should display 2 star. In third line 3 star. In fourth line it should display 4 star. In fifth line you should display 5 stars. That's also very simple with the help of string. So already we know very well string operation. Star stands for, not this star, star stands for plus stands for concatenate, plus equal to stands for append, star stands for repeat. Here we are having one character. That character should be repeated for 1 time. Same character should be repeated for 2 times. That character should be repeated for 3 times. That's all very simple. Now I will write the program here. Procedure. Here we have to declare one variable str1 equal to assigned with star. We should have one loop while I is less than or equal to 5. This loop should be executed for 5 times. Now print str1 star I, that's all. Then I should be incremented by 1. That's all very simple. How this we get output like this? I will explain you. Here str1 contains star. I is assigned with 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true. str1 means star. Star multiplied by 1. That is, star should be repeated by 1 times. So first star comes. Now I becomes 2. Still condition true. It goes for next iteration. Now 2 is less than or equal to 5. Still condition true. str contains star. Star multiplied by 2. That is repeated by 2. So star, this content available in str1 should be repeated by 2 times. So 2 stars. Then I becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Still condition true. Here star should be repeated for 3 times. So 3 times. So similarly it comes for 4 times, 5 times. After I become 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition false. It comes out of the loop. Now we will see the same program how to write. Here I have to declare one variable. That variable should be assigned with star. Then I is the one more variable that is assigned with 1. Here I need one loop. That loop should be executed for 5 number of times. For print, here str1 should be displayed for I number of times. So already we know very well. This star refers to here, not multiplication, repetition. Then I should be incremented by 1. That's a very simple. I will save the program and then I can run the program. See it here. First time 1 star, second time 2 star, third time 3 star, fourth time 4 star, fifth time 5 star. If you want to 10 numbers instead of 5, you have to change it as a 10. That's very simple. Here I like to inform one thing. While I am studying, BA graduation, that is in 1992. I think you should be third semester or fourth semester. My lecturer taught the same program in using Fortran. That day we are studying only Fortran as well as Pascal. That time we don't have C, C++, Python, everything. We studied only Fortran as well as Pascal. Even though my lecturer taught me very well, I could not understand how we get this star-like pattern. I wondered, what is the logic behind it? I struggled for a lot of the time, but I could not able to understand. After long days, I understand the concept behind this program. That time, we don't have enough sources. We have only depend upon the textbooks as well as knowledge of the teachers. Whereas nowadays, as a students, you have huge amount of resources. Whatever you want to learn, you can learn with your fingertips. That with the help of Google, as well as there are so many YouTube channels are there like ours, and then you can study with your lot of textbooks are there. So what I'm telling is, now you are lucky. So you got to study more and more. That is what I like to convey to you. Okay, sir. Today I stop here itself. I hope all of you enjoy this lesson. In next lesson, we will study little bit more. In this lesson, we studied split, partition, and then L strip, R strip, reverse. And then we wrote some of the example program, how we can find out one given string is palindrome or not. Then how we can display given character for multiple times, just like a star-like pattern. That is what we studied. Today I stopped here itself. Thank you, students. Bye-bye.